Ah, hello, 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 Sacred Heart community and beyond. I'm Christina Coates, and I am here to introduce the beautiful practice of creating a Reiki grid to you today. And I am so incredibly excited about this. So first, I just want to let you know a little bit about who I am. So obviously, I'm a Reiki master, and I've been practicing Reiki for about, well, I was attuned to Reiki, which is a process that anybody who's a Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki master, any kind of Reiki practitioner, you receive an attunement from a Reiki teacher, a Reiki master teacher. And so I received my attunement, my first 2 attunements in 2018. So that wasn't that long ago. And then I received my master level about a year ago. So that doesn't seem like very long, but if I'm being really honest with you, um, I felt that I actually attuned myself in 2011. I began this amazing exploration, the somatic exploration of my body. And I was in an MFA performance at the time. And I was creating my master thesis. I was getting my MFA. So I was making this performance, and I decided that I wanted my endocrine system to create this show. I wanted every piece of this to come from my endocrine system. I thought it would be just like the most magical idea if I had my glands create for me. So I went into all of these embodiment practices, and I was really listening to my body, and I developed this whole new form of listening and speaking to and through the body. And in that process, my body energy started to heat up. It was so powerful that when I touched people, people asked me if I was a healer. And I always said no. um, and and what you traditionally imagine would happen during an attunement, a Reiki attunement, what the teachers usually warn you about is that, you know, your hands get hot, you have all these flashes, you have this kind of spiritual up leveling. I never had that when I got my Reiki attunements, but I did have it when I was working directly with my endocrine system. So that's been my journey with Reiki. It feels like I'm a little all over the place, but because my journey with Reiki has been a little all over the place. I actually discovered Reiki when I was in my early 20s. So it's been such a long time over this 20-year period of relating to this forum and having all these different levels come forward. Now, for all of my friends out there who are Reiki practitioners and have been attuned, are Reiki masters, have all this Reiki behind them, I just want to warn you now that I am not a traditional Reiki practitioner. I was taught the lineage, and I know that there is a very strict form to it, and there's a lot of ideas out there from the people who practice this form of how it should or should not be, what is and is not Reiki. I do not adhere to any of those things. If I'm being really super honest, I was attuned and then never really taught about Reiki. I was attuned and then kind of like, oh yeah, I'll teach you. And then I never got any formal training, really. I just got the attunement and then like, go, okay, Chrissy, go figure it out. Which I think was a great gift because it offered me this opportunity to practice this form without any preconceived notions about what it was. I was able to build my own relationship to it, which is my way. If you work with me on anything, you are going to realize that that I'm never going to tell you what something is. I want you to discover what it is for yourself. Even if it's an apple, right? Just discover what that apple really, really means to you. So you can have a direct relationship with that apple. And, you know, I can sit here and tell you it's an apple, it's red, it's round, it comes from a tree. I can tell you all the facts about the apple, but I will never be able to taste that apple for you, to feel that apple for you. How you taste and feel an apple is so unique to yourself. And everybody experiences apples differently. And that's the same for Reiki. So now that I've given you kind of like disjointed overview of my relationship to Reiki, I will tell you what it means. So Reiki is broken down into two sounds. It's a Japanese word, Reiki. Rei means universe and ki means energy. So it's universal energy, the universal life force that lives within each of us. So we can call that all kinds of different things. Holy Spirit, true self, spirit within, source within, inner spirit. All of these are what it is. It's the energy that keeps us alive and connects us. It's our source energy. And the form of Reiki is very much like how Jesus placed his hands on people to heal them. So you take the healing power of the heat of your hands and you place it onto another person's body in various places. And the heat from your hands interacts with the heat, the life force of the hands, the life force of the body interact together and create and open channels of healing within the receiver's body and also the giver's body. Because Reiki is an abundant form. As you give, you receive. As you heal, you receive a healing. So whenever you are practicing Reiki on someone, you are also receiving it as well. And that's what I love so much about it. Now, exactly how it works, exactly the technology of hands-on healing, I can't give you those answers, but it is a way of directly connecting to another person's body. And a lot of times we go into a spiritual realm when we're practicing, where you can receive messages from spirit guides. Some people have Reiki guides who are specific guides that make themselves present when they're giving or receiving Reiki. And this is all depending on what kind of person you are. Some people don't have guides or don't talk to guides. Maybe your guide just is God, just is source. Maybe your guide is Jesus himself. It's all about how you want to relate to the form and the messages that you receive through that. So, brief overview on Reiki. So what is a Reiki grid? So this is a form that I channeled in through my experience with Reiki. When I was offering it to others in one-on-one healings, I do a lot of distance Reiki. So when you hit your second level of Reiki, you receive certain symbols, which after speaking with Lillian, she calls that light language. I'm brand new to light language, so I don't really know exactly what that is. Like that's still a form that I'm being introduced to. And of course, I don't like to know what things are. I just like to practice them. So, and I let people fill in the blanks on their own. So you have certain symbols that allow you to send Reiki through space and time. So Reiki does not adhere to the laws of space and time. You can tap into a Reiki session. Like I could do a Reiki session on someone right now. I could send it to you right now, and you could receive it 3 days ago. Like I can send it through space and time. I can send it to where you are right now. I could send it to you. And whenever I receive a distance Reiki healing, I can sense that person. Like I think of that person. I feel their presence in the room with me, which is so incredibly amazing. So I was doing a lot of that, and I was sending it out a lot on Facebook. I was giving away a lot of free healings here and there, and just kind of like working with the form on my own. And then I came across a manifestation grid and started doing some grid healings when I was working with the goddess Isis. And then Reiki grids just started to create itself. And then I started making these grids and sending them to people that I cared about when they had COVID. So this was like a COVID-induced form. So I would create this energetic grid, which the grid is just a structure, right? So I create this light structure. In my mind, it looks like a house or a castle. And it sits in the atmosphere above somebody's home. And I build this grid with the help of my guides and my energy, and I build it. and then I suspend it in space. I anchor it to Orion's belt, and then I anchor it into the earth, and it just sits there and hovers. It stays there. And then I let the person know that it's there and how to activate it. And then once you activate the grid, it just descends onto your home. And everything in your home is now infused and blessed with Reiki energy. So you touch a notebook and you're going to get a healing. You touch a fork, healing. Walls, healing. Bed, healing. It's like everything in your house is infused with the beautiful, radiant energy of Reiki, of life force that is going to fuel you in everything that you do. Because Reiki, healing is also a thing that you need to relate to on your own, and what you think what you think healing is. Because healing means something different to all of us. Sometimes it's just being disconnected from source, and that this jolt of Reiki energy just brings you back into that moment. Oh, I'm here now. Thank you, Reiki. Or I have a stomach ache. Oh, man, this really hurts. I need some relief. Thank you, Reiki. You know, it can be as physical, it can be emotional, it can be intellectual, it can be energetic. It can be anything. And it's all in what you want it to be. And you get to create anything you want with this form. So I don't know if I'm confusing you more or if I'm making sense, but when it comes to these kinds of things, for me specifically, the less I decide what it is, the better. The more I allow it to be whatever it wants to be, the more beautiful it is, the more limitless, the more power I give it. I think that the worst thing that I have seen happen in humanity is when we decide what something is and then we take away its power to transform. Like, I think that's what my issue is with the Reiki form, with the lineage holders and the individuals who want to hold it in a certain pattern. They don't want to let it go and let it live and let it transform. You know, we are constantly evolving. We need the practices that we have within our toolbox to transform with us. We cannot practice the same practices that the cavemen practiced. We need tools for our modern day society. We do not have the same problems. So we need to allow our healing modalities, our spiritual forms, everything, our technology, all of it, to evolve as we evolve. And that is what my practice of Reiki is all about. So now that we've talked enough, let's get into the practice. So today, my dear, dear, dear friends, we are going on a journey. I don't know if you know this about me, but I am an astral projector. I can leave my body and travel. And I do this a lot, especially when I'm sleeping, but I'm learning more and more that I do it when I'm awake as well. So, and you're going to journey with me today. We're going to do this together. But don't worry, I am going to make sure that we are protected and safe as we journey this way. And I also want to let you know before we begin that, so we are going to be leaving our bodies. We're going to be taking our spirit. We're going to be going up into the cosmos, right? And you may have kids like I do. You may have a dog. You may have a phone that goes off or something. And these things are going to jolt your nervous system and you're going to go flying back into your body should they go off while we're doing this. And it's all okay. Should that happen, just take 3 beautiful, intentional breaths and rejoin us. Ascend back up into the practice and come back with us. Okay? The distractions are all good, and they will keep us present in our bodies. So, but we can always just go right back. So right now, I feel like a big part of our practice as in humanity is dealing with the distractions and how can we stay focused in our distractions. So the quicker we can transition back into focus, the more we're going to align with our goals and complete whatever we are intending to do, right? The distractions come in and then we get so distracted and we don't actually finish what we're doing, right? Because we start, oh my gosh, the grocery list, this. Wait, what was I doing? Oh man, I was creating my business. The whole day's gone, gotta go to bed now, So but the more we can, oh, grocery list, okay, nope, I'm gonna stay. Oh, dog, oh, nope, oh, and you just keep bringing yourself back to that. And that's what part of this practice will be for you today. All right, really enough talking, Christina. All right. I just want to invite all of you to let go of everything I just said. Let it all go. Whether it made sense or it didn't, whether you understood what I said or you didn't, no matter what came forward for you during all of this wonderful talking, we're just going to let it go. And bringing your awareness to your crown, the top of your head. And allowing and inviting your head to relax and open. Your forehead and your skull is relaxing and opening. Shoulders and arms. Chest and back, torso and stomach, relaxing and opening. Finding your seat, whether you're sitting or lying down. Inviting little movements to shake out anything that's not needed in this moment. Bringing your awareness to your breath as it enters and exits your body. Listening to the sound of my voice and the breath that enters and exits my body. And feeling your whole body with the stillness, power, and strength of a mountain. A mountain that extends up into the heavens, but is rooted deep, deep into the layers of the earth. Now bringing your mind's eye to your heart and imagining a little light that is radiating in the center of your heart as it beats. Now this heart, this light in the center of your heart begins to extend vertically in both directions. One extending deep, deep, deep into the core of the earth, and the other ascending all the way up into the heavens. And these lights, these radiant lights, they're extending up and rooting down, and you feel anchored. Anchored into the earth and ascending into the cosmos. And in this moment, I would like to invite Archangel Michael, the angel of protection, and his legion of angels, protective angels, to surround each and every person who is practicing today with radiant white, protective light, iridescent and glowing We are surrounded by these beautiful angels who will protect us, watch over us as we safely ascend into the heavens. And if you feel called to, allowing your palms to rest the back of your hands on your knees with your palms facing up. Now we are going to journey outside of our bodies. We are going to fly. We lift up and out, and we are hovering over ourselves in our rooms, looking down, seeing ourselves sitting on the floor, feeling connected to this body, but also free to fly. We fly up through the ceiling, up past the treetops, into the sky. We see the clouds. We're flying up into the cosmos, into the stars. And when we get to the stars, we begin to see each other floating above the earth. And we wave a hello to everyone up here. I can see all of you. You are radiant. It's so beautiful to see you here. There's so many people here. I'm so happy to have you all here with us today. And I'd like to invite all of you to travel with me. Just follow me. We're going to go to our portal that is resting above the pyramids in Egypt and the Nile River, where I anchored this a couple of days ago. So we're all just flying over the oceans, the mountains, the Himalayas, the radiant glaciers. We're passing by all the beauty of this planet. Do you see it? Oh my gosh, it's so radiant up here. And here we are at the portal. If you have not been to this portal before, it's a gateway that we created for the 2/22/22 Sacred Heart Community entryway into our 3-day journey. So I'd like to invite all of you to just sit in a circle around this beautiful portal that we created. I see it as a doorway, as this beautiful archway. It's golden, and all I can really see is the structures and the lights. I'm not sure what you see or the colors you see, but that's what I am seeing, and it's all perfect. We can all see something different, and it can still be right. So we're sitting here together. Now, everyone here, whether you have been attuned to Reiki or not, you have Reiki inside of you. We have this life force energy within us, and it's here and present. We can use it whether we've been attuned or not. You have the power to heal yourself and to heal others. The attunement, all that really does is turn the energy up, and it cleanses you so that you can up level and have a little bit more power, a little more juice. So we're just turning the energy up when we attune ourselves. But you already have it within you, and you have the power to turn that up if you want. You don't need an attunement, but they're fun. They're fun to have. So I want to invite all of you to call forth your Reiki, your universal life force. And either in your mind's eye or physically, bringing your hands up and radiating your life force, your energy into this portal of light that we've created for this journey. All of us, oh my gosh, just sitting around this portal, I feel you all. It's just so amazing. Just radiating your light to this portal. And your light can be whatever color you want it to be. It can change. Mine's very much like a starlight, very iridescent, very very crystalline, just sending your energy to this portal. And as we're sending our energy together, the portal begins to shake and hum and move and transform. And this beautiful doorway, this beautiful archway is becoming a sphere, this radiant sphere, planet-like energy that is just rotating quickly, and it's picking up speed, and it's going faster and faster, and it's rotating on many different axes. It's going in all different directions, and each of us are giving our energy to this beautiful, beautiful sphere, and we're all holding it together in our power and feeling ourselves. That line of energy is still anchoring us deep into the core of Gaia, deep into the core of the earth, and it is still radiating up to the Orion's belt. We're still feeling that deep connection to the cosmos and the earth, and we are radiating our energy to this beautiful sphere that's picking up speed. And now it is lifting from its original resting place and going above us. And we are moving our hands, either with our mind's eye or physically, and we are giving our palms to this beautiful, beautiful sphere that is now extending out into a rectangular shape. Oh my gosh, my hands are vibrating. I can feel this. This is so amazing. Can you feel this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we've got this up there. So we've got it anchored. We're anchoring it ourselves. So we're holding this. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful rectangle. And now we can see all of these little squares within it. It is like a grid. You know, it's like all of these squares within this giant rectangle. And now we're going to keep giving our energy to it, and it's going to build itself up. It's going to become three-dimensional. And we're going to make this huge cube. If you've ever played like Minecraft, it's going to be just like this massive pile of cubes. But it's all energy. It's all light. It's not dense. It's not like rocks. It's like this beautiful, you can see through it. It's beautiful light. And it's building up into this beautiful castle-like structure. And it's just becoming massive. Oh my goodness, this thing is very, very big. So here we go. It's still building. And now I feel all these beautiful energies coming in. Isis is here. Feel Kuan Yin is here. Hello. Yep. Oh, wow. Wow. We've got some angels here. Oh, and some beings I've never met before, but everybody's bringing their energy to this. So this is really cool. And if you're not into spirit guides, maybe it's just starlight, whatever you want it to be. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, great. So I feel like it's almost complete. There's all these beautiful rods and bars of energy just reflecting through this. It's so beautiful. And I can feel all of our transformations are just pouring into this beautiful grid. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. All right, so now we're going to anchor this into Orion's belt. So we're going to channel very much like our heart. There's a center to this grid, and it's the heart of the grid. So the heart is going to start to radiate and pulsate. And then this vertical like pillar of energy is going to start to extend in both directions, much like we did at the beginning in our bodies. It's going to extend up into Orion's belt and then descend down into the very core of Gaia. And we're just going to hold this until we feel the click. All right, I felt a click. So I'm going to bring my arms down and bring them back down to my legs. Oh, so now it's anchored, and now it's in the atmosphere. It's got the power of the pyramids, the power of the Nile, the power of us and our life force energy. And I'm just looking around at all of you and thanking you all for being here today. And I'm so excited. Some of you I know in physical form, and some of you I don't. And I'm very excited to meet all of you one day. Just sending so much gratitude to the grid for all that it will bring to us. So now we're going to descend back into our bodies and receive this grid on Earth. All right, are we ready? All right, so we're just gonna slowly saying goodbye to everybody. Bye. We're going to slide back down out of the cosmos, flying over the oceans and the mountains, seeing the giraffes in Africa, the gorillas, back into the trees near your house, and looking at your home from the sky. Hello, house. And resting on the roof before descending back into your room. You're on your ceiling. Hello, I see you, body. I'm ready to come back into you now. And descending gently back into your form. Feeling your skin, the floor beneath you. Oh, excuse me. And bring your awareness to your breath. So now we're going to accept the grid into our home. So when you feel ready and you're anchored back into your body, we're going to release our pillar of light that goes from our heart to the cosmos, into the earth. We're going to release that back in and just feeling our heart, placing our hands over our hearts and taking 3 intentional breaths. Now, this is how you're going to accept the Reiki grid. You're going to be able to have access to this grid for the next 3 months. You'll be able to access this whenever you feel like you need a healing boost, that your house needs to be cleared of energy, if you don't feel like saging, if you're feeling like anybody's sick in your home, those kinds of things. You do this exact pattern from this point on to get this grid to bless your home and all of its contents with the beautiful, radiant power of Reiki and all the beautiful practitioners that came and practiced with us today. So placing your hands over your heart, we're going to take 3 intentional breaths. And placing your hands in prayer position in front of your heart, say yes 3 times. Yes. 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 And with that 3rd yes, the Reiki grid is now descending from its place in the cosmos and slowly moving toward your home and coming down over your house or your apartment or your hut or your tent or wherever you're staying right now. You can bless anything, your car, wherever you are, just bringing this beautiful grid. And it's anchored over the 1st level of your house. We're just going to stay here for a minute and feel it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now the grid is going to continue to go down into the earth so that if you have a basement or there's any floors below you, we're going to bless those too. And the grid is going to go back all the way down into the core of Mama Gaia, to the earth, where it will then circle around, come back up through your home. It's coming back up and lifting up and out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is ascending back to its resting place in the cosmos where we've left it. And there it will stay for us to access. And just sitting in that energy, feeling the healing. When you are ready, just waking your body up. You can make micro movements, yawn and stretching like a cat, letting your body come back to this present moment in whatever way feels good to you. So that is a Reiki grid. That is how we make them. Together, I've never done it in a group before. So that is a Reiki grid. And so blessed that you all came and joined me. So like I said, it's going to stay in the cosmos for 3 months. And after about 3 months, it kind of loses its potency and will need another boost. This one might stay longer because there was a lot of people that helped fuse this. You know, the ones that I make, I'm one person. So 3 months is usually what I've been told is good. But now I'm starting to feel that one might be closer to 6 months because there was just so much energy up there. So yeah, so whenever you're feeling like you need a little oomph, just tap into that, and it's there for you. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed offering it to you. So before I go, I'd love to hear anything that you experienced during that time. I love hearing reflections on people who experience different journeys, both astral and physical. I love it all. So please send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. But before I go, I do want to talk to you about what Lillian and I are up to, what our next adventure is. So we are going to be opening up our membership to the Sacred Heart Circle. It's a 9-month journey. And if you join us, you will be receiving 2 healing sessions or workshops per month led by one of us. And it will shift and change depending on what's coming forward for us and what we feel the collective needs at that moment. And our pillars are releasing, honoring, nurturing, and expansion. So all of our work is going to have something to do with those beautiful pillars. And we're going to be really focusing on awakening the divine feminine energy within all of us, men and women. It doesn't matter. We all have those feminine powers, and we really want to bring those powers forward. And so we'll be awakening the magic self. We'll be recalibrating our frequencies. We're going to be healing and releasing all of the energies that no longer serve us. And the beautiful thing about releasing the energies that don't serve us anymore is that those energies get to be transformed too. You know, we have all this like energy around us that we're not using. Like, we got to send that back out. Like, the Reiki grid just took so much of our energy, and it's going to sit there, and it's been transformed and renewed. And that's a beautiful release. It's not just about releasing the things that are dark and yucky. It's about releasing our energy and creating beautiful things with it, right? So the investment, if you want to journey with us, is 33 Australian dollars per month for 9 months. And like I said, you'll also be receiving exercises and other resources, and we'll be giving you like exclusive content and possibly, you know, I know that I'm going to give I'm going to be launching a program this coming June or July, and I'm going to give first access to whoever is in our membership. So I want you guys to get, you know, the first opportunity to sign up if you want. And our opening ceremony is going to be March 14th, and we'll be running through December. So if you are interested in staying and playing with us, we would love to have you join us for this journey. And regardless, I really want to hear about your journey with us now. So I hope you have a beautiful evening, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.